Hello, happy World Autism Acceptance Day. This is my contribution. To be honest, it was very hard to pick a topic. In fact, I was contemplating not doing a video at all, but then I remembered this film exists. So, this is going to be, it's not really a reaction video, it's more of a commentary because I have seen this video prior. But this is kind of my thoughts on this film called This Year, Next Year, Sometime. Now this is possibly the oldest film related to autism to ever exist. So, you can tell we're going to be in for a fun time, aren't we? So, this was filmed at the Marlborough Day Hospital in London. And this was released in 1962. And you got to realise by this time the National Autistic Society I don't think existed. This was still the refrigerator mums era, still the, autism is a mental disturbance thing. This film I don't necessarily think is about autism because I've got this page up from worldcat.org and it just says the film describes emotionally disturbed children, so it could be it could be anything really, but you can kind of tell in the film it's going to be about autism. So, and I must warn you that if you are easily triggered or can get emotionally upset watching this, then you might as well turn the video off. I'm not trying to take the piss or anything, because obviously that'd be extremely counterproductive. But I'm just going to try and provide a running commentary over this film, partially taking the piss out of it, but you got to realise, it's a product of its time. So, without any further ado, let's get started. This film is about 12 minutes long. Please note that I will be playing the film mirror flipped. I'm not sure about the copyright status on it. I don't entirely know if it's in the public domain or not. I mean, it's on YouTube, but I'm not 100% sure. On its status, nobody knows even who made it, so we might. But still, better to be safe than sorry. Okay, so this is a promising start. Really shitty guitar solo on an incredibly out of tune guitar. And are these pictures supposed to be creepy? I don't know.
Young, life was a game, and every adventure.
Yeah, noticeable splice right there.
And we fought.
And
sometimes we cried. We were sometimes punished too.
Yeah? Okay.
But there was an enchantment.
Yeah, that's the same with every child.
The world was full of limitless possibilities.
Oh god, I can tell we're leading into something terrible, aren't we? Possessed rocking horse. Still with that fucking guitar solo.
But for Michael...
Okay, yeah, Michael.
For Michael, everything is strangely difficult. For Michael is a psychotic child.
Oh my god. Oh. Bet that comment didn't age well, did it?
Like I, he comes every day of the week to his nursery.
Psychotic child.
Here for a few hours,
Gee.
trained people will try and help these children, while their parents can discuss their own problems with another psychiatric worker.
Discuss their own problems, i.e. why you're such a shitty... i.e. why you're such a shitty parent.
Susan, trying to hang up
I know
the coat.
somebody's going to take that quite out of context, but I'm referring to the refrigerator mum's theory.
But it was only a little while ago that the doctor's verdict on Susan was hopeless. Ah, to know what Michael's thinking, so remote in his secret world.
Yeah, it's just... God, this film just treats autistic children not like children, but like animals in an exhibit.
To matter to her, she's so far away.
They're so far away. Look at them. Look at the animals. Laugh at them. God's sakes.
world full of confusion, where nothing seems to make sense.
I
For
suppose.
Michael, though, there is a certain release and contentment in the steady rhythm of running up and down.
Yes, it's called stimming.
Like Joe and her rocking horse.
Okay, that point right there claiming, oh, she's psychotic because she's on a rocking horse. It's called a rocking horse. You're supposed to rock on it. Idiot. Do you not understand, children?
But always, it is a world of their own. There is no awareness of those around them. It is a world without human contact.
World without human contact. Yes, autistic children can make human contact if you know what you're doing.
Needing great patience.
Oh my god. Blowing smoke in your child's face. That's the last thing they need.
No matter how
Oh my god.
no matter
You
how
motherfucker.
unorthodox the way, to try and get a response from the children is the beginning.
Yes, get a response out of the children by puffing smoke in their face.
You want to back that?
Yeah, that'll work, won't
Ivan
it?
is 9, and he cannot talk, but he can hum. He sometimes hums the basic melody of a Beethoven symphony.
Hmm.
Ivan is a sensitive child, in the way he handles things, in the way he hates unpleasant sounds as much as he loves pleasant ones.
Yeah, first off, yes, that is sensory processing disorder, and also, and I know this is coming from an autistic person, so I don't entirely, so I can't exactly speak on behalf of neurotypicals, but I don't think anyone likes unpleasant noises.
She knows when somebody likes her. It's then she feels secure and happy. For these children are very affectionate, and above all, need affection.
Yeah. You know, as offensive as this film is, it does have some points.
The psychotherapist knows, too, that you can have as much knowledge of psychology and of these children as you like. But if you don't love them, you might as well abandon any hope of helping them.
Well, yeah, but isn't that a tiny bit hypocritical coming from this film? Could have been worse. Autism Beaks could have condoned it. Again, with the guitar solo. Tune it. Do you not know how to tune?
Susan knows how to drive her car now. She is learning how to use things. But for Carol, for her, this is all as yet impossible.
Mm.
For Carol is only occasionally making contact with things around her. But then, how would you have found it, Susan, outside? Playing with children who find it all so easy.
Yeah, that kind of does prove my point, because if you look, those children seem to be, you know, quite well, among each other, because this kind of proves the statement that autistic people, are better, surrounded by other autistic people than
When Joan
neurotypicals.
experiments with new ways of riding her rocking horse, it progress.
A new way to ride her rocking horse, riding it backwards. I'm sorry, but that should have been the sign of, something a bit not right, not doing it normally.
He never laughed. But Jeremy lived with a nightmare. His mother was a sick woman, and 2 years ago he was with her when she killed herself.
Oh my god.
Now, although Jeremy...
Oh no. Oh shit. Really? This was during the refrigerator mums period when they claimed, oh, if your child has autism or something, you're automatically a bad parent. We don't know shit, but we know you're a bad parent. And especially considering how much strain that poor woman must have gone through, can't say I blame her for killing herself.
Standard intelligence test. This helps to give some idea as to if she's improving or not. How often, at moments like this, there seems so little difference between Susan and a normal child.
So, is this supposed to be ABA?
Surprising, too, are the differences in ability between each of them. A puzzle for Michael is as easy as that. Yet Michael cannot speak a word, only make a shrill, shrieking sound.
That's just, sometimes he...
But for Susan, who can talk more than anybody, she just doesn't seem to make any sense of it at all. And Jeremy? Well, Jeremy, too, has his way of approaching things. And although we may be reluctant to accept it, it is being allowed to give vent to his feelings that has helped him along this far.
Yeah, because I mean, it's essentially autism affects people in different ways. Once you've met one autistic person, you've met one autistic person.
Yes, how different they all are. Ivan blowing bubbles, so carefully, so delicately, and watching with a passive fascination as we sink to the ground. Jeremy, aggressive and impetuous, seeing how many he can
You know, with some of the points in this, they can kind of apply to any child, so what's the purpose? And a lot of these kids are like, they don't seem as severely autistic as, you know, you'd kind of expect from a documentary like this. Bet you this music's going to get me a copyright claim, isn't it? The film itself's fine, but the music, no. I mean, I must admit that.
Ah, yes. We all dance, and then we all fall down. And this game always seems to end like that. But just for a moment, we were doing things together, enjoying ourselves.
Yes.
And there was a
If only we could do that again. Get stuffed.
like learning to share things and doing things with each other.
Again, with the guitar stuff. Learn how to tune.
It wasn't always like that with Joan. At one time there would have been tears and tantrums and a sort of terror at losing her old rocking horse.
First off, that's called a meltdown. Secondly, okay, again, I can't speak for all children, so maybe I'm talking on my arse, but I'm pretty sure, especially young children, that's what they do anyway.
Supposing Susan
It just doesn't make any fucking sense.
and her parents have been poor. What sort of
Oh my god, I sound like somebody who's denying autism's
now we have a
existence.
National Health Service.
That, trust me, that's
Still
not my
many
intention, but, you know.
So much new knowledge and so many new methods, perhaps we will really be able to help. And in this room is a part of the whole process.
So,
Learning to understand the children and their ways.
I must admit, yes, you know, this film is trying to be progressive. You know, God knows what this film would have looked like if it came out a decade prior, but, you know, especially now, we've still got quite a massive leap to go. I mean, obviously we've gone far beyond this sort of shit, but we're pretty close, you know, but we're still
Perhaps
miles off.
Jeremy will never be a normal child. Perhaps none of these children will. Although many like them do become well.
Many like them do become well,
Their isolation.
i.e. many of them are better at masking. So,
Ivan
yeah.
playing his Beethoven. And Susan washing her little pig. Jeremy planning his next bit of mischief. And Michael, beautiful Michael, who cannot talk. How will it be for them outside the security of this room? Will they find people who have time for them and who care?
Unfortunately, that point is pretty true, you know. You know, because unfortunately, the only result you get is masking, which is essentially kind of damaging for an autistic person. Commentary spoken by Gordon Jackson. Okay, so that was the end of the film, and God no. It's aged hideously, but you do have to remember it was a product of its time, and admittedly it was trying to be progressive, you know. It could have been worse, you know. I think it was trying its best. You could tell it kind of had its heart in the right place, but, you know, it's just kind of the way it treated the autistic children. You know, it was just like, yeah, look at them in the zoo. It's just like a zoo exhibit pretty much, or a freak show. And and at the end it did try to, say we've got a national health system. The National Autistic Society didn't exist yet. I don't think it was until really quite recently when we finally, got a bit more of an understanding, towards autism in general. I mean, we're still miles off, but, at least we've progressed far further than the 1960s. Anyway, that's it for the moment. Until next time, goodbye.